Hello and welcome to Ionic Apps for WooCommerce. Now that we know how to create and run Ionic applications, let's dive in a little deeper and learn about various Ionic components. Each component in Ionic is created using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. We can use HTML tags that Ionic provides to build a button, a list, a header, a footer and many other components that come with Ionic. All we have to do is learn about the various classes and new tags that Ionic introduces us to, and then we can just get going with our Ionic application. So from this video onwards until a few videos, we will have a look at each of the Ionic components. So in this video we are going to have a look at Ionic header, Ionic content and Ionic footer. Let's have a look at how headers are created in Ionic. So this is our first app that we created a few videos back. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open this folder with Visual Studio Code. Also what I'm going to do is run this application in my browser. So I am inside my first app folder. As you can see, all I have to do now is type in Ionic serve --l. This will run our Ionic application in the browser. And you can see that my Ionic application is running on the left in the browser. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open my Visual Studio Code on the right. So here I have my Visual Studio Code on the right and on the left I have my application. Also note that I have my Ionic server running right here. As soon as I type in Ionic serve --l, a live reload server starts running. And this makes sure that as soon as I make changes in my HTML, CSS and JavaScript, those changes are reflected in the browser. So this is kind of a cool feature that Ionic provides. Let's go to our www directory, and inside this we have an index.html file. Let's open up that. And in our index.html file, we have a head section and a body section. Let's have a look at what this body section contains. The body section contains an ion pane, and inside the ion pane we have an ion header bar and an ion content. So what is ion pane? Well, ion pane is just like a container. Okay, it helps organize your content. This way we are just going to encapsulate all the content inside our ion pane. Okay, our ion header bar is what we are seeing right here. This right here is our ion header bar. Okay, inside our ion header bar we have an h1 tag with a class of title, and it says Ionic blank starter. So if I change this, I'll make it first app, and as soon as I save it, you'll notice that on the left the application is refreshed, and now I can see the changed text on the header. So this is a cool feature that Ionic provides, the live reload feature. It automatically reloads your application as soon as it detects any changes in the application. So this is our ion header bar, and I have a class called bar-stable applied to it. What if I change this class from bar-stable to bar-positive? I'll save it, and as soon as the application refreshes, you'll see the new color that our header bar has on it. It has a nice blue color which is provided to it by the class bar-positive. There are a number of other classes. Let's have a look at some of them. We also have bar-royal, and this will give me a nice purple color, and there are other classes as well. Let's just try energized, and I'll save it again. I have a yellowish orange kind of bar on the top. So there are a number of other classes. You have a list of all the classes and the colors that the classes bring to the controls on your screen right now. So we have this special tag ion header bar defined, which makes sure that the component that we see on the screen is an ion header bar. We can also use a div instead and apply some special Ionic classes to get the same effect. I'll try that. So I'll just put a div here, and I'll close the div tag. And now I'll apply some classes. I'll apply a class called bar, and then I'll apply another class called bar header. I'll save it, and you can see that I still get the same header bar. Okay, similarly what I can do is I'll just copy this, and below my ion content I'll paste this, and instead of bar header class, this time I'll just apply bar footer class, and you can see that I now have a footer in my application. We can change the color of the footer as well. Just like we were applying classes to our header bar, we can apply the same classes to our iron footer as well. So I'll just try bar-calm class, and you can see I have a calm blue color on the footer. Okay, we have a text inside of here, and we can change the text as well. And as soon as you save and apply the changes are reflected in the browser. Okay, so this is how you create iron header bar and iron footer bar. But what about this iron content? Iron content is also a container, but the special advantage that iron content provides is that it automatically applies a scroll bar if the size of the content inside iron content exceeds the size of your screen. So throughout our application we will be using iron content a lot, and we will be using iron content to hold all the UI components of our application. As of now we are not making any use of our iron content. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put in my name here so that you can see where iron content is in the browser. You cannot see that, and that's because my name is overlapped by our iron header bar. Okay, so what I can do to correct this is that I can just apply a class as header, and I'll save it, and now you can see the content. So earlier what was happening, the content inside iron content, Samarth Agrawal, my name was there, but it was overlapped by our iron header bar. So our iron content spans from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen, including the area that our iron header bar and footer bar occupy. So we have to make sure that our content does not get overlapped. And to make sure that it does not happen, we have to apply a class called as header. Just like we have created a header bar, we can also create a subheader bar. So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it in here, and instead of header class I'll just apply a subheader class, and I'll save it. And now you can see that I have another header bar below my header bar, and it is a subheader. So I'll just change the text here. I'll also change the class that we have here, and now we have a red subheader bar and the text says subheader, and now the content inside our iron content is overlapped again. So all I have to do is now apply a class called iron subheader, and this way our iron content will not be overlapped anymore. Okay, so make sure that if you use an iron header, then you have to apply a class called as header to your iron content, and if you are using a subheader as well, then you have to apply a class called as subheader to your iron content.